check. Families fractured, famine knocking, dreams decapacitated, promise prosperity, non-poverty proliferate. Supreme Court's his fortress, snap starved in the siege, flights fumbling, health crumbling, nation on the edge. You see his body betraying, frail frame, symbolizing the fall. Shut down, symphony of suffering, echoing through the halls. Trump taxing tarmacs, Air Force One ascending to the sky. Shut down, surpassing 40 days, record-breaking lies. Jews and Sikhs insulting, $1 trillion lies. Asian to Arabia, peace packs another prize. Meanwhile, mass maroon, 750K, workers on a wage. Economy eviscerated, GDP slash, weekly billions in rage. High-fiving tyrants, we're dumpster diving for scraps in a cage. This is catastrophic. This capital conquest, a cardboard stage. Supreme scheme, installing snap, phobia and frozen in fraud. Families vanish, futures fractured, filling a fraud facade. Airport anarchy, 5,000 flights, flatline delays, devastating. TSA's thin, terminals tango, travel plans terminating. Valve out to wealth, wellness widespread, whoppers we swallowed. Now network no diving, nausea nationwide narratives hollowed. Medicare mingled, millions malnourished, melees multiplying. 7 to 16 billion battered, weekly rebound dying. Government shut down, the government's the architect. East Wing is a wreck, but he's still gon' get a check. Families fractured, famine knocking, dreams decapacitated, promise prosperity, poverty's proliferate. Supreme Court's his fortress, snap starved in the siege, flights fumbling, health crumbling, nation on the edge. You see his body betraying, frail frame, symbolizing the fall. Shut down, symphony of suffering, echoing through the halls. Trump trembling, tremors tracking trajectory to the tomb. Cognitive collapse, confusions crowded with chaotic rants in the room. Pardons plummeting like pennies, auto-pen amnesia amid the mess. His husk hollowing, harbinger havoc, health harsh confess. Epstein enigmas entombed, Trump's tentacles twisting the tape. Pressuring politicians to perpetuate the escape. Votes vital to ventilate Epstein's vaults of vice. Johnson juggling jabs, GOP ghosts guarding the ice. Vance veering off vision, vibing with Erica Kirk's embrace. Stage struck, sentiment side, lining to shut down disgrace. Files fortified, forgotten victims festering in the fray. Priorities perverted, power plays over people's pay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Let's get it started. Happy Friday. Wow, we're surviving it. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's get this show started. We don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have all morning to do the Lord's work. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
I'll be back.
It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class.
It's like every week I gotta take you out the trash.
I'm on top of my game, head of class.
You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Good morning, Red.
Tanks full of gas. I
Play the game so raw.
I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room
Screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you get your famous.
The algorithm W, Marissa. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
Good morning, Heaven. We're back on the main account. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. The Zeus haters. Here it goes. Yesterday. Here it goes.
I'ma take off.
Here goes Zeus haters.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days. That shit was radical.
Keep it clean.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Yeah, they say I've gone off the rails. Have you seen the person running the country? Have you?
It's like deja vu.
All right, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies for getting off to a rocky start. But hopefully we'll end up with a rocky finish. All right, you know what I mean. All right, good morning. It's Friday, March 20th, 2026. And once again, we're back in the Thunderdome to do the real work that it takes to save this great country of ours from the evil clutches of Donald J. Trump. and his legion of MAGA demons, who we all know are hell-bent on trying to destroy not just the United States, but honestly, they're trying to destroy the world because these people truly, truly hate themselves. You're asking yourself, well, who are you? Well, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I am honest. I am the most honest person on social media, hands down. There's nobody more honest than me, all right? Second H is because I am humble. There's nobody more humble than me, all right? Seriously. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Thank you. See all my haters getting upset when I say that? Yeah. If you want to support the platform, you know what to do. I don't even need to say it, but please share the live to as many. Thank you. Share the live out to tap the screen, of course, but share the live out to as many people that you know that worship Donald Trump. All right, because I have 110, actually 1,000% success rate. I am guaranteed to make these folks have an outer body experience. I perform a bit of what they call an exorcist, so to speak. And all I do is just give them the real truth about who they are. All right. And their daddy. Right. But it's really, really about who they are. And 100% of the time, they hate the fact that we all know that they are some of the most evil, some of the most disgusting, immoral creatures. I don't even call them humans anymore because of how sick they are. It doesn't matter what race they are. It doesn't matter what religion they claim they practice. It doesn't matter their gender. These are some of the sickest creatures we've ever had to deal with on the face of the earth. It's one thing to do something wrong and you didn't know you were doing anything wrong, but it's another thing to do something wrong when you know it is wrong, right? And that's the best way I can describe every single person out there that's still worshiping Donald Trump. So before I go any further, because you know what they like to do to me on this show, I don't need you to report me. If you don't like me, don't just leave. You don't need to send me a DM. Zeus, I used to have a lot of respect, because you know this is what some of them do. Zeus, I used to have a lot of respect for you, but you've just gone too far, you know. Oh, really? I've gone too far? I'm not the one with 34 felonies. I'm not the one that hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not the one unaliving innocent schoolgirls. I'm not the one doing those things. All I'm doing is showing you who your daddy is. You don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with yourself. And if you can't handle that, leave my show, because I promise you it's going to get very uncomfortable in here for you. All right? But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Yeah.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, that's a W, Zeus. And by the way, I'll start the W Zeus game show one of these days where I'll be out in the field just confronting every single one of you Trump supporters and exposing how disgusting. W Rick, thank you. Is there anyone out there that supports Donald Trump before I go any further? Do we have anyone out there that still supports Donald Trump before I go any further with this show? I just want to make sure I get the temperature correct, all right? I just want to double check. Because, you know, I don't block people on this show. I don't. And I made it very clear why. I want to see MAGA suffer. Yeah, because, you know, what you did to Kamala Harris, what you did to Joe Biden. Oh, you got to watch me. You got to watch me suffer, right? I still showed up, so to speak. I showed up to work every day on social media and gave you 100%. So no, don't get weak. Don't get weak in the knees. You remember that song, SWV? Don't get weak in the knees, MAGA. All of a sudden, because your daddy is out here really doing the devil's work and you're now starting to feel it. Don't get weak. Keep showing up here. Remember we got a mandate. Remember all that mandate talk? Has anyone heard MAGA lately saying that they have a mandate? Has anyone heard them saying it lately? Because I sure haven't. And that's a huge W, Zeus. So, what I want to start today's show off with, ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news, all right? What is this? Donald Trump's poll numbers. Donald Trump's approval numbers amongst independents. Only 27% of independents approve of him. And then look at this, 70% of independents disapprove of Donald Trump. This is according to Yahoo YouGov. All right, and you know, these are the friendly polls, but I truly believe a majority of people, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, they truly do not approve of Donald Trump. They despise him. They despise his supporters because they know that these people are just corrupt and evil and wicked people. Look at this, a national poll by Emerson. President Trump's, they call him president. I don't call him President Trump. I just call him deranged Donald or Epstein's best friend. 51% of Americans nationally disapprove of Donald Trump. I think these numbers are made up, but we're going to get them out here. And you know what they say? Almost 50% of the people support Democrats. And only 42% support the Republicans. And then the military action in Iran, we only get 40% support, but 50%, so to speak, don't support the military action in Iran. And so when you see poll numbers like that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to give yourselves a round of applause. You have to give yourselves a round of applause because it shows like this, it's conversations like this that are making people wake up, wake up, and they're going, I don't know how we ended up here. Yeah. It's like a scary movie for a lot of you Trump supporters, right? How did we end up here? I should make that a movie, right? How did we end up here? Somebody write that down because I'll tell you how we ended up here. And they go, well, Zeus, where exactly is here? I said, well, what's today? Friday, March 20th. Let me show you where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. In case you haven't been paying attention. Zeus is showing us these gas prices again. Yeah, we got to show it.
Gas at this station here in Maryland quickly approaching $4 a gallon, and that is becoming the norm across the country. The national average this morning, $3.93. That is up now almost a full dollar.
Wow. Almost up a full dollar. Remember, we had someone on this show, DJ. Who said DJ? He said it would end. This nightmare would end, and it won't even last long. We're already up $1. There's only $4 usually within a gallon of gas, and you're telling me we already crossed over and got to one of those dollars? You can't turn this thing around. The train's already left the station, MAGA. And the only thing that gives me some ounce of joy is when I see Trump supporters out there, those who hated Vice President Kamala Harris, those who beat up President Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe is what they called him. Hunter Biden, remember Hunter Biden's laptop? They couldn't get over that. And the only thing that gives me joy now is I know that there's hold on, I'm getting a vision. Ladybug. I didn't want to say Ladybug. Ladybug. Lost her health insurance. Oh, Lord. What else? You don't even get food stamps, Ladybug. You can't even afford anything. Nobody in your family loves you. Oh, my God. And what is she driving? A Ford Taurus? 1989 Ford Taurus? You can't even put gas in it? Oh, you know what? It hurts me to have to put this gas in my car at this rate, but it makes me feel good, ladies and gentlemen, knowing Ladybug can't do it. It just does. Listen to this.
In 3 weeks since the war began. The record average high was $5 back in 2022, so we're not there yet. But Gas Buddy says this has now been the fastest 3-week spike in gas ever, meaning that prices are rising at a record-setting pace. In total, Americans are now paying $500 million extra in gas and diesel every day compared to the start.
You see that? Good Lord, that's a lot of money. You remember that? Because, a lot of y'all know what I mean when I say, good Lord, that's a lot of money. You remember that? How did we get here, MAGA? This was a war of choice, right? Your dear leader literally led you to this point where you're getting screwed at the gas station. You just can't make this. This story writes itself, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest self-own on the face of the earth is MAGA.
The war. We are also seeing big price hikes for other exports that typically move through the Strait of Hormuz. In Europe, natural gas is up 92% since the war started. So that means higher home heating costs, higher cooking costs there. Wow. By one estimate, fertilizer is up around 35%, and diesel has soared 36%. So that combination means that costs are skyrocketing for farmers here.
She said that combination. You know what I thought about? You remember that video game, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter? You could do combinations and knock fighters out and stuff like that. This is what MAGA is dealing with.
Just weeks ahead, 6%. So that combination means that costs are skyrocketing for farmers here just weeks ahead of the spring planting season. Plus, grocers are paying a lot more to transport their food. Jesus. Economists say that could translate into higher prices at the grocery aisle in the next couple of weeks.
Wow. Think about this, MAGA. This is like the beginning of the Scary Movie. What she just said, that combination, we haven't even gotten to the place where you can't even afford gas, and then you go inside of the grocery store and you think the price of beef was high before. Remember, we were all crying about the price of beef. It had gone up at least 17%. We were crying about that. But you got cheaper eggs. And you know the joke Donald Trump tells about the eggs? Hold on. Because they were crying about the eggs. I just got here. That was his thing. It was Biden. I just got here. And then he claims he fixed the egg prices. But you're not even going to be able to afford the eggs now, MAGA. And then DJ, remember when I told you if Donald Trump wins that we were going to experience a 1929 style depression, right? I looked him dead in his eyes. I said, we're going to experience a 1929 style depression, one like we've never seen before. This one there won't be any eggs. I told DJ this. And DJ, after winning, because DJ, after the first year that Trump was in office, DJ was flying on cloud nine. He was flying on cloud nine. What was he singing? You ever heard this song? Most of the Trump supporters, they know this song. I love to play this song right now because I know.
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in. You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that. But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
Yeah.
We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
Blah, blah, blah. W Zeus. Because the only one winning is Big Zeus at this point. They don't even... MAGA refuses to talk to me. Did you notice that on social media, on TikTok especially? I'm the one person they don't want to talk to because it gets dark real fast with MAGA. I don't want to... You're not going to be able to try to go this way or that way. And they go, oh, he's just going to bring up what? Every single thing that Donald Trump said? Yeah, I'm going to bring it up because those are the things that you actually can look at and use to just destroy the demon. And so here we are with high gas prices, high food prices. Donald Trump told all of his supporters that they would be winning. And it's amazing. You get videos like this circulating on the internet. And I know that there's a MAGA demon out there suffering and it's sort of like this. Oh goodness, look at that, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Oh, they want to slow it down, but we're not going to let it slow us down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going. Hold on. It's called Americans Are Reacting to High Gas Prices. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. Sometimes these videos they have a life a mind of their own, right? But we're going to get it. I want to make sure I get this. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Bear with me. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Sometimes this happens, all right? But you know what? Sometimes X has actual technical difficulties, but I want to make sure I get this. Wow, it was just playing. Well, maybe they took it down. I'll say this. While we're getting this queued up, got to talk to the tech department. MAGA, the bottom line is this. You're at a place right now, you can't even afford your groceries. You can't even afford gas, right? And the joke's truly on you. Americans have watched you. It's not just Americans. People all over the world, they've watched you all play yourselves in the worst of ways. And now there's no way to hide it. There's no way for you Trump supporters to hide the fact that you're suffering. I mentioned it over and over. You haven't gotten a single thing that your daddy promised you. You haven't. And everything that you're getting is exactly, mark my words, it's exactly what you were crying and mumbling and grumbling about when Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were in office. And that's why I take great pleasure in doing this. I take great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes. Finally, I take great pleasure in watching Trump supporters literally struggle to make ends meet.
21. You might as well get you a horse.
There you go.
$8. $8.21.
My favorite part.
You might as well get you a horse.
Bro, what you doing? It go right there.
Bro,
it's
got
not
$6, bro. Yeah,
bro,
they could pick that shit up.
Now I am not paying $9 motherfucking dollars for gasoline. No way.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's $4.45.
Well, I can't lie to you. This gas is getting crazy in Georgia, bro.
Oh.
Good. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck you, Benjamin Netanyahu. Fuck you, this shit.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Dang.
Not gonna play with me, bro, because I'm not gonna play. And I don't got nothing to lose. I don't got no family, nigga. I don't got no kids, nigga. I don't got nothing.
Damn.
All right, bro. You can slow down.
Any questions? That's where we're at right now. And you know, you can try to hit me with this. Oh, gas prices have always been expensive, Zeus. I drive a Mercedes. You know, somebody actually said that to me. What an insult. There are people out here really struggling. And then to watch them struggle while you're riding past them with your so-called Mercedes and you're paying that premium gas price and acting like there's not a care in the world. This is why I say you Trump supporters are the worst folks I've ever seen. Worse. And that's why I do this with great pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire. You know what I do on this show. If you can't handle it, then leave. This is for all of you Trump supporters out there. Just go straight to hell.
Silence!
Hold on.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
And that's a huge W, Zeus. What else did I want to speak on today, ladies and gentlemen? I definitely wanted to speak on a couple of things this morning because, you know, there's just so many things going on. Oh, I think I know what I want to talk about. How about this? Where is, because someone said, well, what, Zeus, where is here? I'll tell you where here is. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's a good place to start. That's one place. Okay, there you go. Okay, all right. So we're going to now check in, ladies and gentlemen, with what's happening with TSA, because TSA is not getting paid. You heard about this? And so there's flight delays and there's lines at airports now. So if you got a flight, you might need to get there, 3 to 5 hours ahead of schedule. Now, this is Donald Trump's America. This is all happening because of the partial government shutdown, and it's tied to Kristi Noem and DHS. Yes, the Democrats actually, here's my thing. The Democrats, they conceded last time we were at this moment, so it's now the Republicans' turn to concede, all right? And I didn't even want them to concede, but you can't go around unaliving American people and then think we're going to continue to fund that. No. And so this is 110%, actually 1,000% Donald Trump's fault. Listen up.
Behind the camera this morning with me, Roger, give them this perspective. It's unbelievable. Thousands and thousands of travelers just trying to get through the main TSA checkpoint. They have wrapped this line through the baggage claim area over here by Delta. And I got to...
Look at that, MAGA. Look at that. You, MAGA, think about this. You did this. You Trump supporters, you did this.
All right, hold on. Might as well ask you.
Yeah.
They want to know what time is your flight scheduled?
DJ, stop it. The Democrats didn't do this. Again, you come in here and you just make yourself out to be the
All right, hold on. Might as well ask you.
Yeah.
They want to know, what time is your flight scheduled for?
10:20.
Okay. And how long have you been here?
Well, we got here about 30 minutes ago, and we've got, who knows?
Yeah. When you see this line the way it is, how frustrated are you with Congress? How about that? Because obviously the folks aren't being paid. So.
Well, I feel bad for the workers.
There you go.
I do feel bad.
So, I can hear your voice. Where are you guys going?
We're going to Jamaica.
Oh, I wish I was going to Jamaica.
I mean, at least there's that.
I hope you guys
might be going.
Thank you. Yeah, at least there's that. There's a little bit of a smile here. I heard you say on the last part, what did you say they should be done?
They should be paid. They need to be paid. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys have a safe flight.
It's sad because I know there's innocent people caught up in this. But I also know there's TSA workers out there that voted for Donald Trump. Look at what you did. You couldn't bring yourselves to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. Now look at you. You're getting hurt in every single angle, every single direction. Think about where you're at. If you're a TSA worker that voted for Donald Trump, you can't afford gas. You don't have you might have health insurance, but a lot of your friends don't even have that. You can't even think about, walking away and then getting on a Democrat social safety net program that would allow you to have maybe some food stamps. That's not even an option no more. So you've literally became a slave to the system. You can't, but you're mad at Big Zeus. Don't be mad at me. I've been the voice crying out in the wild, sort of like John the Baptist in the Bible. You got to cry out in the wild before the actual truth comes. And you ignored it. You ignored it because you are some of the most immoral, sick people on the face of the earth. And so it's with great pleasure that I do this. And I could probably get into trouble, but I'm not aiming this at people who are innocently caught up in this. So please don't say that's what I'm doing. I'm aiming this directly at that demon that's hiding in the shadows, refusing to at least accept the truth of the matter and understand that they did this to themselves. I'm gonna hunt you out. I'm gonna smoke you out, so to speak. And you know what? It is what it is. It's a dirty job. Someone has to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in warming up the lake of fire. And you could blame, who you should blame? Tiny Tank Top 10, Ladybug, DJ. You blame them for you being a slave right now. Because you like saying that word anyway, right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending these slaves who support Donald Trump straight to hell. I could get into trouble.
Silence, you MAGA.
And that's a huge W Zeus. Now, what we're hearing now, and now we're going to pivot a little bit, and we're going to go to the Iran war. I think it's safe to say it's a war in Iran right now, right, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's safe to say it's a war. You have these Donald Trump, these people who still worship Donald Trump, and they think going to war is a good thing. Now you hear this. Trump is seeking $200 billion to fund the war. DJ, I'm talking to you. I thought this thing was going to wrap up and be over within a few weeks. If it is, this is a heck of a way to close it out by asking for more money. This is a heck of a way to close out a war by actually asking for more money. But we're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about it because, again, you can expose these liars. All you got to do is just let them keep talking and digging themselves into a deeper and deeper ditch.
What they want to spend all of that money on before you're willing to say whether or not you're voting yes on it. Is that what you're saying?
I think most members, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. We represent our districts, and we understand. We support I support the president. I support this action. But at the same time, we've got to pay for this. So how is this going to be dealt with? I would actually like to see Iran pay for this, whether it's $20 billion or $200 billion, whatever it is. Look,
he wants to see. Did you hear that? He says he wants to see Iran pay for this. What kind of logic is that? Why would Iran pay for you to continue to destroy them? This is This is MAGA demonic. This is evil MAGA demonic behavior, ladies and gentlemen. And when I hear them talking like this, I just say, you know what? I'm out. You know, if this was Shark, excuse me, if this was Shark Tank, you know what I'd say? I'd say I'm out. W Zeus. But you know what? I did hear something from an Iranian reporter, you know, and they actually weighed in and they spoke on this. And you know what? There are some true words in this. When I heard it, I said, oh, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. And also, I'll let you listen to this exchange real quick and help the Trump supporters understand kind of like why you're in a very, very bad situation. All right. Here we go. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go.
Of being just.
There you go. Okay, let's see if we can get this on the record too. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's hard to go back and forth.
The start of something like that. Mohammed, the Washington
Just
Post
one thing,
today,
John. Just one thing. Iran is shutting the Strait of Hormuz without destroying anything to warn the Americans that this is what is going to happen. And Trump now says that he's going to open the Strait of Hormuz. He doesn't have a chance in the world to do it. His ships are far, far away out of fear of Iranian missiles. His planes are far away. That's why every time they bomb, they have to refuel and refuel again to get back because of Iranian drones and missiles.
Wow.
So Iran is in full control. There's nothing that the United States can do about it. And therefore, if push comes to shove, then you'll see the price of oil go to what? $250 a barrel?
Wow.
And then when the markets crash, then everyone will be wondering who did this. And even the MAGA people who obviously have no moral principles because forever wars are okay, hiding the Epstein files is okay, even shooting white people in the face are okay. All that's okay now. But when they lose their jobs and their factories, the factories that they work at collapse, and the businesses go bankrupt, and the price of gasoline becomes unaffordable, and they have no money to pay for the gasoline.
There you go. You hear what he said. You hear that, MAGA? That's what I'm waiting for, unfortunately. Because you've got every opportunity we've given you to get off of this demonic ride that you've decided to sign yourselves up for. You've spat in our faces, you laughed at us, and you mocked us. So, unfortunately, like I said, this is a very, very dirty job, and I'm built for it now. Yeah, I'm built for it because I've prepared for this moment, and unfortunately, and a lot of us have, but we know now this isn't about morals with you all. This is not about morals. This is about pain and suffering, and I'm here for it. How many of you would like to see MAGA suffer? Let me ask the audience. How many of you would like to see MAGA go without food, gas, health insurance? How many of you would like to see that? Because they don't have morals. How many of you? W to all of you that said yeah. W the chat. W to the chat. Well, you know, and so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and make them suffer this morning once again. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire once again for these evil and wicked people. The only thing they understand is pain and suffering. And they don't understand right now they're on a fast track to getting a lot of that via Iran. Unfortunately, it takes a country like Iran to get the point across. I didn't think Donald Trump would do this, but he did it. And you know what? Somebody's got to go. Join me in sending these demons straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, and that's a huge W, Zeus. All right, now me.
It will. The Strait of Hormuz.
All right, now I got to move it on. I'm covering a lot of different topics, but please bear with me. one thing that I think we need to talk about now, and many of you, we know it's very important. We know it's very important because there was a moment in Trump's presidency when he uttered these words, as far as I'm concerned. And when he said it, you knew it was over for him.
It left some lingering mysteries.
Hold on.
Sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration. But you go ahead.
It seems like a desecration. Yeah. Have you heard the latest news? Hey, DJ, are you still here? Because I need you to run this through your truth blocker machine. Hey, DJ, just identify yourselves in the comment section. Just tell me, have you heard this? And then run it through your truth blocker machine. And I guarantee you he'll run it through his truth blocker machine. Okay, great. Thank you, DJ, bro. I appreciate that. He'll run this through his truth blocker machine, and it'll spit out another question. Now go take this and ask Big Zeus this, because that's all his truth blocker machine does. But listen up. We have evidence that Donald Trump and Jane Doe, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein settled with a woman that was underage. All right, Jane Doe, number 4.
Yeah, well, I think it's highly unlikely that he didn't know. It's highly unlikely. I don't have the facts. But we do know that Khan, Epstein's accountant, testified that the Epstein estate settled with Jane Doe number 4, a very important Jane Doe. Jane Doe number 4's files were hidden until Trump bombed Iran.
Oh, see, DJ, they say you got to keep your eyes on the prize, right? But what Donald Trump did was he made you take your eyes off the prize, and it got you in this war in Iran while this information about him and Jane Doe number 4 came out. Go ahead, but I'm going to slow it down so you can learn.
Important Jane Doe. Jane Doe number 4's files were hidden until Trump bombed Iran and changed the subject. Jane Doe's number 4 files were only found missing because of the Maxwell discovery. And people noticed that Bates stamps, numbers that lawyers use to identify documents, were missing. So we get, finally, right after bombing Iran, we get the Jane Doe number 4 files.
When did we get Jane Doe number 4 files, ladies and gentlemen? When did we get these files? I want to make sure, because, learning is a very difficult thing, ladies and gentlemen. When did we get them? Does anyone know when we got the Jane Doe number files? Jane Doe number 4 files. There you go. Right after bombing, right after dropping the boom booms on Iran. All right. So don't ask us why it took so long, DJ. I know your truth blocker machine was about to tell you to ask that question.
Now, lying to the FBI is a crime. Martha Stewart went to jail for it. All people interviewed by the FBI are told that. Jane Doe number 4 alleged to the FBI that Epstein abused her when she was 13 and that Trump abused her when she was 15.
So is lying to the FBI a crime? Because she's laying this out very well. Is lying to the FBI a crime, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. So, yes. And this woman, she's a woman now, alleged that, what age was she when Donald Trump did this? What age was she? So you got to imagine, number one, what woman would go up against Donald Trump? Number one, the most powerful person. That's already dangerous. But then what woman would do that knowing she could go to jail for lying to the FBI? W's in the chat for all of you. She was 15. Okay. There's no way around this.
Interviewed by the FBI are told that. Jane Doe number 4 alleged to the FBI that Epstein abused her when she was 13 and that Trump abused her when she was 15. Khan, Epstein's accountant, testified that the Epstein estate settled with Jane Doe number 4 for both Epstein and Trump.
Did you hear that, MAGA? The Epstein estate settled with her for both Epstein and Trump. You can play around with the word alleged all you want, but you don't settle. You don't settle stuff like that under just pure allegations.
His lawyer tried to walk that back. Indike refused to.
Oh, someone said I need to run it back. Okay, I'll run it back.
Number 4 for both Epstein and
I'll
Trump.
run it back for DJ because DJ was distracted.
That the Epstein estate settled with Jane Doe number 4 for both Epstein and Trump. His lawyer tried to walk that back. Indike refused to confirm or deny that. Now, how do we get to the bottom of that? Congress passes a law invalidating all NDAs from the Trump or the Trump organization, from Epstein, any of his entities, from the estate, or based on any activities at the Epstein properties. Let's have the truth. We want the truth, no NDAs.
Boom. You want the truth? Now, keeping that in mind, we must go back to this moment in history, because this moment in history hits different when you have a serious reporter that is doing her job. This moment in history hits a lot different. Now that you know what you know, listen to this exchange between a reporter and Donald Trump over Epstein.
Why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
You know, it's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. They're going to psych. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because.
You hear that lie right there? He knows he settled with Jeffrey Epstein. How could he lie like this? With knowing what we know now, how could he think he could? This has to be a crime.
As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman, I hear. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people. You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me. But he gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax. And ABC's, your company, your crappy company, is one of the perpetrators. And I'll tell you something.
So why not just sign it now?
I think the license should be taken away from ABC because your news is so fake and it's so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump, and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible, and you're not credible as a reporter. So I've answered your question. You should go and look at the Democrats who received money from Epstein, who spent their time. Larry Summers was with him all the time. That creep of the fund guy was with him all the time. What's his name?
Reid Hoffman.
Who? Reid Hoffman. I don't know Reid Hoffman, but I know he spends a lot of money on the radical left. Reid Hoffman, in my opinion, should be under investigation. He's a sleazebag. And those are the people, but they don't get any press, they don't get any news, and you're not after the radical left because you're a radical left network. But I think the way you ask a question with the anger and the meanness is terrible. You ought to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you.
Mr. President, why?
You hear that? Tell me you're guilty without saying you're guilty. This is why the United States of America is in the situation that it is in, because everybody that has a brain and common sense, they know that this is a guilty man. This man knows he settled with Jane Doe number 4. He knows that, but he can get on national television and attack a woman reporter simply for asking him about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, which is a documented, it's public. Why get ashamed? Why are you getting so defensive, Donald Trump? Because you know, just like we know, what you did with Jeffrey Epstein is unforgivable. You don't deserve to be the president. But to make matters worse, I did see some of the people in the comment section cheering on Donald Trump. You cheered on Donald Trump as he was doing what he was doing to children. Did you notice that's what you were doing? Probably. But this is why I do what I do. Maybe you'll notice this. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in warming up the lake of fire. This is why I say, I really do think we have to watch MAGA suffer. They don't have morals. So we need to get them in a position where they're going to experience nothing but hell, which is high gas prices, high grocery prices, right? Their wives leave them, their husbands leave them, and a lot of time, it's the ultimate MAGA reward. What? Jail? And if you don't get your soul right, hell!
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
And that's a huge W, Zeus. Thank you, everyone. I aim to please. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And all of you in the chat, too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, listen. That concludes the monologue, and it is now time to switch gears and open up these boxes and start talking to all of you amazing people out there. You know the rules. Please send me a guest request. All right. Try to get in here, be short and sweet and to the point so that we can try to hear as many people as we can. No cursing. And and there's some rules in here, but we'll get into that as you do what you do. All right. And, and I always say, Trump supporters, please feel free to get on up here and tell me where I was wrong at, because if I was wrong about anything, I need to know. Other than that, I don't want to hear it. All right. I don't want to hear about anything, because you have really nothing honorable. You have really nothing to hang your hats on when it comes to what Donald Trump has done to the United States of America. It's actually so sad that Japan is now here. The allies, they're saying, we got to box Donald Trump in because of what he's doing with this war. And now they're sending people here to put him in check, basically tell him, you better knock it off because you're creating instability in our areas now. These are our allies. You have Ukraine now working directly with the GCC countries, showing them how to use anti-drone technology, bypassing Donald Trump. No one respects Donald Trump, and no one respects his supporters. So I don't want to hear it, MAGA. W Zeus. All right, let's go to the box. All right, bringing up my good friend, Brother Swerve. Welcome, Swerve. How are you?
Good morning, all you beautiful, tiny people living in my telephone.
Good morning. How have you been, man? I haven't checked in with you for a while.
It's been a minute. I've been all right. Just going through the mea culpas of purchasing a new home and all of this, that, and the third. So
okay, congrats on the new home. Wow.
Trying to get moved. Well, I'm not there yet. Yeah, I'm not there yet.
That's still, they say Democrats don't work, right? So it's amazing you're able to do something a lot of these Trump supporters can't.
Well, see, I don't have to work. I'm retired, so
congratulations.
I'm good.
Yeah,
No,
it's important.
But getting ready to move back closer to where my family is at. My mom was diagnosed with cancer, so.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading back there. But so Zeus, listen, one thing I'm very good at is pointing out their hypocrisy, right?
Correct.
So explain everything that's in the e-files, and this is especially for these little whiny little misogynistic weasels like DJ.
Yeah.
Who were sitting down there going, "Oh, well, Zeus, that was alleged." The report you just played where the woman said, Trump paid him off.
Yeah.
Right? Just like he paid off some of the other women,
Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. It was alleged. What kind of parchment paper did he write the check on?
Yeah.
You know, that's DJ.
Yeah.
And the rest of the sycophants.
Yeah.
So the same evidence that we see being released right now in these files, and we're still missing half of them.
Yeah.
So they're on day 89 or 90 now of violating the Epstein Act.
Yeah.
But they won't, this feckless Congress won't do anything. But that's neither here nor there. I digress. What we see in these files, it's the same evidence that was used to convict Ghislaine Maxwell. And they she was dirty, she was horrible.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then we go, well, wait a minute. Because I talked about this 3-4 weeks ago on my live for a couple days. And I think my co-hostess might be in here. She can confirm this. The 3 FBI files that used to be there that directly implicated him, that then disappeared, that then mysteriously showed back up, right?
Yeah.
That's evidence that they used. That's the same kind of evidence they used to convict Ghislaine Maxwell. Because when enough people from different walks of life tell you the same story,
yeah.
Well, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's an awful lot of smoke there. Okay, so you can miss me. They can miss me with all of this alleged garbage.
Yeah.
They are such hypocrites.
Thank you.
Okay, because when you say, well, look, here's an FBI interview that they did, and this girl directly implicated him. In fact, one of the senators spoke about this on the floor a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Well, you don't come up here and talk about my Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump. How dare you? Because I'm proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free.
Wow, there you go.
Don't you do it. And I'll gladly deport anyone that doesn't look like me. That's them. That's every one of them.
Wow.
The first time you say something negative about their Lord and Savior. Running around here looking like an overgrown bag of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And the hypocrisy is just wild with me.
Uh-huh.
They sit there, Zeus. Here's another thing. Let me point out another bit of their hypocrisy.
Yeah.
They sit there and they go, well, we liberated Iran. We liberated the women of Iran. They gonna have the same rights in Iran as our women got here. Really?
I remember, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. You mean like they're not gonna have the right to vote anymore? Like a lot of the women in this country, if the SAVE Act passes? You mean the same women who have their own bodily autonomy over in Iran that don't have that same bodily autonomy over here in the United States?
Where's Ladybug and her sidekick Vegas? Right, those two. Listen to what Swervin is telling you while you're running around.
They've had the right to vote in Iran since 1963, if I remember correctly. They've had the right to their own bodily autonomy since almost forever.
Wow.
Right? But the women of this country don't have that.
Yeah. Sad.
But you want to say you're liberating the women. Zeus, another bit of hypocrisy.
That gets me.
Oh, but we went and got Maduro. Those people are cheering in the streets. We liberated the Venezuelans. Oh, great. So you care about the Venezuelans now. That's right. As long as they're not in this country.
These people, these
as long as they're not in this country.
I just can't.
Because remember, on January 19th, 2021, Donald Trump signed a temporary protective status order.
Correct.
For over 200,000 Venezuelans.
Yeah.
Then when he got back in office, all of a sudden they were all criminals. They all needed to go.
Yeah.
And MAGA sat there and was like, yeah, girl, we're kicking them out of America.
These people.
That's MAGA.
Yeah. That's bizarre. That is so bizarre, but unfortunately, that's where we're at.
Look, Vegas girls down there, so Iranian women are free. They're freer than you are, fool.
Thank you. W's in the chat for Brother Swerve.
I mean, are you serious right now? You don't have the women over there having their right to vote being taken away. You don't have that. You don't have women over there who will unalive in a parking lot because they can't get the health care that they need for a fatal pregnancy.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, she doesn't understand. I mean, that's why I'm at the point now. They don't have morals. MAGA has no morals. So the only thing they understand is pain and suffering. And that's what we got to do. Get them to that place. All right. And maybe they will lift up their eyes before they wake up in hell. Maybe they won't. But you know what? If they want to go to hell, then I'll send them. W Swerve.
That's right.
W Zeus.
Send them on that.
Yeah.
Send them on that express red-eye midnight train flight, whatever it takes to get them down there and buckle in tight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's just go on and bang it out. Get them down there. Because this This is just ridiculous. We can't convict Donald Trump. Oh, well, we don't have precedence on that. Well, let's convict him. Let's set the precedence so nobody else in history will ever do this crap again.
Bingo.
I find it incredibly hard to believe, brother.
Yeah.
That for as long as this was going on, only 2 people have ever been convicted of it in this country. I find it incredibly hard to believe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Zeus.
Yeah.
Didn't Donald Trump and Melania Trump have a personal relationship with Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Why haven't they been called to testify? That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, because James Comer said, well, Donald Trump has answered these questions so many times on live television. No, put his ass on the oath so we can watch him plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Because that's all he's going to do.
And only guilty people plead the fifth. Yeah. We ought to put,
that's right.
And you know what? We ought to start putting all these Trump supporters under oath as well. Because I'm now at the point now where I think every single Trump supporter that's defending Donald Trump, they're also part of the conspiracy. They're also part of the
honestly,
yeah.
Zeus, I honestly don't think they could put their hand on the Bible without bursting into flames.
W, brother, swear.
I really don't. And you know me, Zeus, I'm not a very religious person.
Yeah.
But I honestly think if they touch the Bible, either them or that Bible would burst into flames.
Thank you. And they will.
One of the two.
They will. Well, listen, brother,
Amen.
We got to move it on.
Yep, I'm about to go ahead and bounce. I got another phone call with a realtor in about 10 minutes. But listen, man, good checking in with you in the kingdom as always. I love you guys and girls. Thanks for thinking about me and all the wonderful message I've been sent. So I'm going to just say good morning, good day to all you beautiful, tiny people living in my telephone. You all be well, be safe, and doggone it, have fun while you do it. Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right.
Thanks, Zeus.
W's in the chat, brother Swear. No lies detected. You see, that's what we want, honesty. I want accountability. Honesty and accountability for you demons. That's it. Honesty and accountability for you demons. Bear with me. Thank you for coming to the W Zeus game show. How can I help you? Watch him.
I got 2 questions for you.
All right.
What makes you the judge, jury, and sentencer of who has morals and who doesn't?
All right. What's your next question? So you don't have 2 questions. You only had 1 question. See how I called your bluff?
I do.
You think you're a genius?
I do.
Why? Do you have? So let me bring it back to that.
You are a party.
Hold on.
You say you're the party or the show of love, but all you do is show hate. You try to belittle and berate people. Why is that?
Say that last part again. That made me smile. Say that again. What do I do on my show?
You say your show is about love and bringing people together, but all you do is berate, belittle, and try to embarrass people. Why is that?
That's a compliment from you, man. W Zeus. W to all of you. What about my audience? What do they do?
Well, they're your cult followers. They'll do anything you tell them to do.
Do you feel like I'm being too harsh on you?
No.
Because you know what you said last week. Do you remember what you? Because let's get back to the morals. Let's get back to the morals. Let's get back to the morals. Have you thought about what you said last week when you actually said in front of thousands of people that you would date your friend's daughter? Do you remember that?
I didn't say I'd do that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say I'd do that.
Okay, so now you're a liar.
No, I didn't. No, you're twisting what I said. That's what you do. You like to twist what I said.
All right. So here's what I'll say to you. I believe you judge a person by their principles, right? We all don't have to believe in the same thing, but we do have to abide by the laws of the land. Let's just start there, right?
Who says?
That's how the world works. Every country has its own set of laws.
No, that's how you want it to work.
Are you listening to me? So you think you can go and rob a bank right now without any consequence?
You haven't answered my question.
I am answering it, but I need you to pay attention because this isn't like college where you can just get up and walk away. You asked me a question, and I'm giving you
twisted that too. See, you twisted that too.
Okay, so you just want to be.
I'll let you have that.
Okay. So you don't want to listen and learn, ladies and gentlemen. Let me warm up the lake of fire. See, you got to come onto my show with an open brain. You come up here with a closed brain, then we're not getting anywhere, right? You ask me the questions, and as soon as I start giving you answers, you crash out. Try again. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire and sending Tiny Tank Top Tim, who can't open his brain. I don't even know if there's a brain up there. Straight to hell! take MAGA Queen with you, and Ladybug, and the Bears, and Vegas. Take them all with you.
Silence, you MAGA demons.
W Zeus. I must be bringing them out of the woodworks. Now look at this. I got Dame, Brother Dame. What's going on? How can I help you? He must be in the hotel again. Or on his way to the hotel. Dame. Brother Dame is on his way to the hotel. Okay. Hey, Dame, you know the rules. It's 2 galaxies, bro. You come up in here and you accidentally, he in here listening, trying to get that kibble. Look at that, the Motel 6. Hey, Dame, you owe Big Zeus 2 galaxies. He on his way to that Motel 6. That was the funniest thing I ever heard somebody say on the right. I was like, oh, well, okay, so you take the TikTok coins and you go in a Motel 6 and you get and you post up with your side piece. And I'm not talking about a bucket of KFC. W Zeus. I just want to know, MAGA, please, one of y'all get up here and tell Big Zeus how you are winning. Please tell me how you're winning. That's all I'm trying to hear. I don't want to hear about all this other stuff. Zeus, what are your morals? Good morning, Takesha. How are you?
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Listen, Zeus.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you what I heard, and it's going to let you know that the Republicans have no morals at all. There was a bill put on the floor in Tennessee with the Republicans.
Right.
That would ban
Yeah.
people from marrying their cousin. Do you know the Republicans voted against that bill?
Wow.
Zeus!
No, Takesha. I told you to stop coming up here and saying stuff like that to try to get my spirit going. Please.
Zeus. The Republicans voted against it. My thing is this, Zeus. Why would there need to be a bill for you not marrying your darn cousin? Now, I don't know what they do in other races, Zeus, but in the black race, don't we look at our cousins as brothers and sisters, Zeus?
Yeah.
Who want to go and marry their daddy's sister child? Come on, Zeus.
Tiny Tank Top Tim, Tom. Remember, he dated his neighbor's children. Remember? These
Zeus,
they have no morals.
This is just nasty, Zeus. I said I know this can't be true, but Zeus is true. Zeus, why?
Yeah.
Why you want somebody to marry their cousin?
No shame. These people have no. It's sad when you got to put certain things on the books and make them laws because of just how disgusting these people get. I don't even call them people. I hate referring to MAGA as people. They're creatures of habit. It's a sad thing when we got to put laws on the books like this to stop you folks. And guess what? I'll tell you this. Some of them probably don't even mind breaking the law and going to jail. Nasty as they is. They probably don't care. Put me in jail. I want to be around these other people, these other men or women in there together. You know, they don't care.
But you know what, Zeus? I really want somebody to check on Joe Biden's ears because I know they constantly burn from the way people keep talking about him and bringing up his name.
Yeah.
Now, PK said up there talking about they need all the millions to refill what the stockpile because he gonna turn out and say, well, it's Biden's fault because Biden got rid of all the ammunition he gave it to Ukraine.
Yeah.
What is wrong? Why y'all keep blaming this man for y'all F-ups? And then MAGA run with it. My thing is this. If it was empty when you got it, what you been using? You bombed Venezuela.
Yeah. Remember that?
First you bombed Iran one time before.
Yeah.
Then you bombed Venezuela. What y'all was using? Paper guns? Y'all made some paper machetes?
Hit 'em.
Ammunition and stuff.
Their logic falls apart right there.
And the juice, it couldn't have been empty if they used all that. It's empty because y'all keep using it.
Yeah.
So stop trying to blame Joe Biden because y'all emptied it. But see, that's MAGA logic.
Yeah.
And they'll run with that. Well, this Joe Biden's fault because it was empty when they got there.
Yeah.
Well, how they been fighting all this time? If it was empty, juice.
Wow. Well, somebody wrote in the audience. So hold on. Somebody wrote this. I got it. Somebody wrote this to Keisha. He says, "I'm sorry to say, Zeus, there is nothing wrong marrying your cousin. I myself is the product."
Oh my God. And that's what's wrong.
Hold on.
For him to say nothing wrong with your cousin, marrying your cousin. I bet something wrong
I gotta
with him.
bring him up. I gotta bring him up to Keisha. Hey, listen, I might need to learn something.
Zeus, that's nasty.
He apologized to me before he said it, though, to Keisha. So
Zeus, that's nasty.
This might be no. I personally don't believe it's acceptable at all. All right, but
Zeus, that's nasty.
I want to give this person an opportunity to speak for themselves. All right, come on up here, Carl He 5. Come on up here.
That's nasty as hell.
Come on up here. Come on up here now. You can't say that. You can't say that because we don't want to put people out. We don't want to give people ideas. All right. And I might need to have a doctor get on up here and help explain things. All right. But
Please bring a doctor.
All right. But Carl, I don't know what's happening over there. But please, we don't promote that on this show. All right. I get things happen. We're not saying that they didn't. And God gives life. I get that. But Carl, come on now. That's not standard business practice, so to speak. All right.
That's just Zeus. That's nasty, Zeus. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not looking at either one of my cousins saying, "Hey, you would make a good mate." Who does that, Zeus? How does the family reunions work? You don't have but one family at the wedding, so you don't need but one side because everybody's so kid. Zeus, Zeus, come on, Zeus. Have you ever looked at any one of your
Somebody
cousins
come up.
and say,
We need prayer. We need. This is a moment. I think we need some prayer. Whoa. I never thought I'd see somebody actually. I'm gonna just keep it clean on TikTok. But I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of things on TikTok. I've been here for 4 years, but I've never heard that.
Zeus, I'm about to offer prayer myself.
Takesha, don't bring
I'm about to offer prayer myself.
Oh, he said he was sorry before he said it though, so it hit different.
Zeus,
it hit different because it hit different when they said it. That means this person's really dealing with something. And
Zeus, he should go to his parents and say, "Y'all mean to tell me y'all couldn't find nobody else to marry besides each other?"
I was going to give him an opportunity.
We family. We double family. They double family then, Zeus. Lord have mercy.
I can't, Takesha. I can't with you.
We don't do that kind of
stuff. W, Takesha. I can't with you, please. I'm afraid that if you come up here and say something else they had to put in the law in writing again, we might find out something else that's equally or more disturbing. So watch yourself out there, okay, Takesha? Seriously. All right.
That really disturbs me. I got to go. Zeus.
Yeah,
I can't.
Me too. W, Takesha. No lies detected. I never heard it. Carl didn't want to come up here. All right. You learn something new every day. All righty then. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Up here. All right. You learn something new every day. All righty then. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. Now I'm over here clicking and doing all these other things. Oh my gosh. Wowzer. Okay, all right. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving on. W. Wow. That sent shockwaves. Oh my goodness. All right. Moving it along. All right. Welcome. Let's see if this works. Who do we have? Why can I not click on my end? I can't even click on my end. Wow, it's so incredible. Are you there, Val?
I'm here.
Okay, weird.
I'm here.
Weird. So it's weird.
It was weird because Takesha, even though you dropped her, was still in the box for a long time. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, I some evil spirits in here.
Well, okay. Now, with that said, this put that last conversation put a whole new meaning to brotherly love. I was a little disturbed.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
I was a little disturbed.
Wow. Speak on it, Val. I've never heard or seen anything like that. Seriously.
So anyway, I was going to talk about something you brought up earlier in the show, obviously. So when you were going through your monologue,
yeah,
and for people like DJ and Quad T, you need to look up the definition of belittling. By the way, you might want to use that a little differently the next time you come up as you're belittling.
Speak on it.
So we talked about, you talked about how gas prices and the price for oil and everything is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think people really understand what's going to do. And I don't think they understand the chain of events that actually got us here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I talked a little bit yesterday about how in 2018, a decision this president
They said
made
they can't
when
see
he was-
you, Val. They can't see you. It says there's no guest box. Okay, now I see Val. Do you all see Val now? Do you see him now? There
You may have to swipe out and come back.
Well, it's on my end too, though, because I'm having.
Okay,
so
that's weird.
I don't know, glitching out because of that demonic force we dealt with. It's crazy. All right, now my chat's working. All right, yeah. We had a serious demonic force on the show today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that was a rough one.
All right.
So anyway, what that guy was saying about price per barrel, that's what's being threatened by OPEC, is driving the price up per barrel up to over $200 a barrel. And one of the main reasons for that was the strike on the gas plant in Iran. If anybody doesn't know, that gas plant, that natural gas plant that was hit in Iran.
Oh, this is South Park.
Yeah. That's 20%. Hear what I'm telling you. 20% of the world's natural gas reserves that got hit.
Wow.
Right there. 20%. Now, I don't care. And, anybody, you want to try to avoid natural resources when you're attacking another country. I mean, I understand oil that's above ground, stuff like that, but natural gas is not a good thing to hit, guys, because it can create major problems, not just in Iran. It's going to create major problems all over the world.
Wow.
Okay. This is going to be, you got to remember, most energy plants that actually exist in the world today actually run on natural gas. That's most of, you know what I'm saying? That's most of Europe. And these are things that these people need to start thinking about. And that's why the price per barrel is even going to go up even further.
Wow.
Okay. Now we're sitting at $100 right now, people. What happens if we get to $200? Now I'm going to tell you, in my lifetime, I have never seen $200 per barrel.
Under Biden, haven't you? Haven't you seen it under Biden?
Not $200 per barrel. I've seen over 100, but not $200 per barrel. So you're literally talking double. Wow. What do you think that's going to cause, y'all? Anybody that can't put just simple math together is a problem.
Any Trump supporters want to come up here and get answers? Popcorn, are you a Trump supporter? Popcorn.
Yeah, Popcorn's a Trump supporter.
Oh, really? Oh. You think this?
But that's
so he wants. They want. Look at him, CD. Oh, y'all, you all love high gas prices. This is
I mean, is $10 a barrel sound like something y'all want to have happen? Is that where y'all want to be? $10 a gallon at the pump? Is that where you want to be? Do you understand what that even means? There's no product that we go out and buy that will not be affected by this. None.
Yeah.
Transportation's a thing for most any business. These are going to be massive problems for the United States. And if you don't get that, you don't understand. And the natural gas reserve that was hit by this is the incompetence of the people that are running our military right now. Absolute incompetence to hit 20% of the world's oil reserves. Or, excuse me, world's natural gas reserves.
LNG, yeah.
LNG.
Yeah. It was
This
in South
is a
Park.
massive problem.
And didn't it impact Qatar as well? Because
It
they
is.
share
It's
it.
going to impact
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it impacted Qatar as well, and Qatar's the one pushing for him to push up price per barrel because of this loss.
And could you also explain, doesn't Russia and Iran benefit the most as a result of these higher gas prices? I mean,
Right, because what they're talking about is releasing the sanctions on Russia
and Iran.
allow their oil, right, and Iran to allow their oil to come back into the deal. This is exactly what happened in 2018 when it put 40 American oil companies out of business.
Mm.
Okay. And not without the war part of it to make it even worse. But this is, you know what I'm saying? This is what happened in 2018 because it puts our oil companies out of work.
Wow.
These are the things that we are concerned about. And everybody needs to pay attention. This president is inept. There's no other, you know what I'm saying? There is no other explanation. He's absolutely inept. His administration is absolutely inept. And for people that were talking about the DHS thing, because you brought up the
Yeah.
TSA earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Democrats proposed a bill last week to pay entities of DHS. Okay. In other words, to make sure that TSA got paid. What they're after, what the Democrats are after, and what everybody in this country should be after is the misappropriation of funds when it came to ICE. And the fact that we have ICE breaking the laws of this country, period, end of story. No matter how you feel about that, they're breaking the law. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you think we should just sit and watch that, I want you to think about this way. I want you to understand that if this starts at the federal government and we allow law enforcement to break our rights on a daily basis, the next thing we're going to see is your local police department doing the same thing.
Tell them, Val.
It's going to go downhill.
Yep.
So if they can break your rights, your local police department can break your rights. Is this what anybody wants? I don't care if you're left, right, center. Is this what anybody wants?
Not me. Not me, W. Zeus. Tell them, Val. But
these things need to happen. So what the Democrats are doing right now is they're trying to hold the one company, the misappropriations of funds, which we all know, this has all been heavily reported. Okay. The misappropriation of funds from DHS when it came to ICE.
Yeah.
And the pulling it from FEMA and the pulling it from places like TSA. We all know about these misappropriation of funds.
Yeah.
And you want the Democrats just to sit down and watch it happen?
Absolutely.
No,
we're not going to.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we understand that if we allow this for one law enforcement agency, it is going to bleed down to all law enforcement agencies.
Tell them, Val. Don't tell them W's in the chat. Yeah. Now, some of these Trump supporters, they believe in law and order, right? Wouldn't it be nice to start seeing them getting locked up for their crimes they're committing? And then we really call it law and order because, yeah, they do believe that it's okay to go around here and do unlawful things and commit war crimes, right? But they're the ones doing it, so they need to be held accountable and they need to be locked away forever.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
That's the thing, guys. We can no longer watch this happen. We have to stand up and fight.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Well, listen up, Brother Val. I appreciate you as always. We're going to try to get some more voices in here. But I think we've cooked and booked W's in the chat for Brother Val, all right?
All right, guys.
No lies detected. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. I thought I saw, where was popcorn at? I thought popcorn was here. I thought I was going to eat a little popcorn this morning. All right, WC. Where did popcorn go? Popcorn, come on back up here. You were saying something, and then there was the trucker in here. There was a trucker in here who was talking about the Democrats and gas prices. Come on up here, tell Big Zeus. I don't want to hear anything. Just tell me how you're winning, and then you can go on about your miserable lives. All right, because we know that you're not really winning. All right, moving it along. All right, who do we have? The beautiful Shay. Wow, Shay, I haven't heard from you.
Hey,
Welcome.
what's up, everyone?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Busy working, but doing good.
Oh yeah.
My mom came in town yesterday. I hadn't seen her in over a year, so that was nice.
Wow.
Got to
Hi,
hang out, and
Mom.
then my niece and her daughter, so my great niece, surprised my mom because my mom hasn't met her great granddaughter yet.
Oh.
So that was a nice surprise, and we're gonna get. It's so sweet. I know. Today I'm gonna run and put her in blue bonnets. I can't wait.
Oh, that is
So that's a big
cute.
thing in Texas, the blue bonnet season. So we stuff our babies and let them sit in the grass and get all itchy, but we take all these amazing pictures in blue bonnets. So that's really cool. But anyway.
That's so nice. Thank you for sharing that. It's so nice when you have these moments of like just being a human and living your life in the middle of all of this chaos and pandemonium that Donald Trump is unleashing.
Yeah, we have to find the good within the crazy, right? And so I do recommend everyone take time, right, for yourself and your mental health, and get away from the news for a while and TikTok for a while, and just touch grass or sit outside if it's a pretty day. Just do things that are, something positive. And rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I see he's passed away.
Oh, he passed away. Wow.
Mm-hmm. We lost. He was 86.
Oh yeah. That's a full life. That's a full life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Sad.
Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know this. So that Jane Doe, going to the e-files, that Jane Doe, number 4, that alleged to the FBI that the E guy abused her when she was 14, and that Trump also abused her when she was 15.
We talked about that. Yeah. See, DJ?
Yeah. Interesting.
See, DJ?
So,
isn't it amazing? All you Trump supporters. They can't hide. They can't run from this.
no, they can't. They said Epstein's accountant testified that Epstein estate settled with this Jane Doe number 4 for both Epstein and Trump. Holy hell.
Yeah.
I hadn't read that.
Yeah.
You covered that yesterday?
No,
Wow.
I covered it this morning, but it's
Oh,
always
this
nice to
morning.
get a reminder, because when I covered it this morning, we were accused of it being alleged, right? And then
Yeah.
so I told DJ, I said, "Why don't you just run this through your truth blocker? Run this through your
Right.
blocker, and he did that and came back with, more misinformation and disinformation. Just sick. It's sick.
Wow. It's sick. So, when you're innocent, do you pay people off when you're innocent? I'm just curious. And he paid for both Trump and Epstein.
Yeah.
Wow. What you say about that, MAGA? What are you gonna do? Go, it's fake news.
I'm looking for him.
Bury your head, fake news.
They would
Yeah,
these people would literally watch the video of Trump doing it, and they would blame the victim. That's what MAGA would do. They would literally blame the victim in all of this because they're sick people. They have no morals whatsoever. I'm firmly convinced of it. It's like they're it's worse than a drought. A drought, you're at zero. They're negative. These people
absolutely.
worship the devil. They worship. They're devil worshipers.
No, they are, and it's really sad that it's just the hypocrisy I always talk about. But okay, so this is really interesting. So Trump, of course, is upset that NATO is not going to help get the ships through the Hormuz, right? Through the Strait of Hormuz. And by the way, Trump, Strait of Hormuz is not spelled the same way as you would say you walk a straight line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know how to spell straight. I found that very interesting. I guess he failed geography back in the day. I have no idea.
Yeah, but he's a genius.
He says, right. Do you remember he says NATO is worthless? We don't need to be part of NATO.
Yep.
They don't pay their fair share. Well, now he's screaming at the top of his lungs on his live social that without the USA, NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join in the fight and stop the nuclear-powered Iran. Cowards, and we will remember.
Yeah.
I didn't think we needed NATO.
Yeah. You see what I'm-
And you listen to MAGA, right? And they're
Yeah.
all like, we don't need NATO. We don't need anything. We can be all ourselves. America first. America first. America doesn't need anybody. I don't care what anybody says about America that's not in America. If you're not from America, you ain't American. If you weren't born here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like this whole ridiculous thing. And then all of a sudden he gets us in a war. Oh, where's NATO at? Why aren't they helping us?
Not happening. NATO looked at him and they said, you gotta be a fool. He's such a fool to go and put himself into the smack dab middle of the most dangerous situation as the president of the United States. And the situation is so dangerous that it impacts everybody on the face of the earth. Only a fool would do this. And then cry for help, cry for the people he's been beating up, slapping in the face, cry, please come help me.
Doesn't that make he's such a strong man, right? Such a strong leader, right? You just get involved, start something. Now you're crying because you don't know how you're going to get out of it, right? Now the gas prices are soaring. They're up over $1 a gallon within the last 2 weeks. That happened fast.
Isn't that incredible? And I had one Trump voter say this. I drive a Mercedes. Gas has always been expensive. It's not that big of a deal. Isn't that serious? It's amazing they could come up with
Oh,
these
now
talks.
it's not a big deal.
But they cried over eggs. You remember this?
Oh, yeah. And when the gas prices were high in 2021 because of a national pandemic, they're realizing that the president has no control over gas. How many times did we say that? That the president cannot control gas prices. That it is a commodity that is on an exchange. And that is when this stuff happens and people can't get their oil or their gas where they normally get it from because of a war that he started.
Yeah.
It causes our gas prices to go up.
Up, not down. Now, Shay.
Up, not down.
Do you
it's
believe
called Economics 101, people.
Do you believe that, if we just go through maybe a couple more weeks of this, that the gas prices, they're going to come down and then they'll be at a level.
It's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse.
Who out there believes that, in a couple of weeks, the gas prices are going to come right down and we'll see gas at $1 a gallon? Because who believes that's going to happen? DJ, somebody wrote DJ.
DJ believes it will. DJ thinks it's going to be magical. Even if we get out of it, right, today, let's say Trump stops all of it, we get out of it, it's still going to take 6 months to a year to get our gas prices back down. Even if he gets out right now. Do you know this? It's not like all of a sudden everything just goes back to normal when you do a topsy-turvy and you cause a lot of things, and a lot of oil refineries are on fire right now.
Yeah.
Because they're all attacking each other's bases and oil refineries.
Yeah.
These 14 nations in the Middle East are all going at each other.
I just love it.
So,
I just love the
even
fact
if we
that-
got out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so how are we energy independent? Doesn't he brag about us being energy independent?
Well, we make more energy than we use, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, we do.
But the other problem is the price isn't set by the United States. So
that's right.
That's why MAGA is getting, screwed. I got this thing that I do. I drive past gas stations and I just look for these people wearing the red hats. They're getting harder. They're getting harder and harder to find. Because remember when Kamala
they wear these hats anymore?
when Kamala lost the election, they were at the gas stations. Look, oh yeah, we have a mandate. We have a man, and they were the happiest thing, But now I can't even find them. They're crying about gas prices. One of them actually cursed them out. I played it on the show the other day. And now, and this is the part that they're not ready for. But grocery prices, they say in a couple of weeks, the high gas prices, right? Because of the diesels now, over $5 a gallon, it's going to start playing into the cost of food. Could you imagine, Shay? These Trump supporters are sitting at home getting radicalized by Fox News. And I used to say they eat cheeses and drink Diet Coke. They won't be eating cheeses.
No,
they'll just be
Cheez-Its
drinking
are gonna be too expensive.
They'll just be drinking half of a Diet Coke watered down. Blaming Joe Biden. I just want to see it. W. Shay. I mean, please invite me over.
Oh man,
With that one tooth hanging
hang out
out.
with these people.
With that one
I
tooth.
want to hang out with these people.
Oh, Shay, come on now. We got to go over there together, and we'll watch them struggle.
Oh Lord, no.
Oh.
No. I talked to Dr. Keisha because I want to
Dr.
know how many
Keisha.
vaccines I need before I enter into a MAGA house.
It's the most disgusting sight, and you're sitting there saying you're willing to do all this for Donald Trump. To hell go to hell. I guess that's what you like it. I love it, right?
Right? Exactly. Oh God, I'm done.
Can't get chips with you. Oh my
God.
God.
I need a tetanus shot for sure. Southern Delight, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-uh.
yes.
Wow.
Oh my
Well,
God.
listen,
No, it's just I just sit here and go that it's the hypocrisy every time.
Yeah.
We can't do it without them, but we can do it without them.
Yeah.
We don't know, is it important? Is it not important? I mean, they can't keep track of what's important to them and what they really stand for. And it's pretty disgusting stuff. And so we're winning. Oh, where's Snuggles? He thinks he's winning. I want to know.
I haven't seen Snuggles lately. He knows. He knows shit. He doesn't. I don't even think he goes live anymore because they all have their little red line. Dame. Remember Dame? Oh, if men and women start losing their lives, I'm done with Donald Trump. Well, we're at 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number that Joe Biden had in the Afghanistan withdrawal.
Right.
So that is the number that you have to have a problem with. And if you don't, then you're just a stone cold, evil, demonic
100%.
liar. 13 is the number, and we're already there.
We should go into every MAGA live and say their name.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they did that with the 13?
Yeah.
Say their name.
Say their names.
Say their name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go into every MAGA live and go say their name. What's their names?
Yeah, because I was reading
Ask Shay.
The guy.
Wait,
I was reading.
Hold on, damn Shay just asked what I was going to say. Oh, hey, Q Dog. Q Dog wants to come in. I don't know if you want to bring him, or if you want, it's your show.
Well, do it.
But yeah. Bring me in. You know how Q is, and he's so cute.
He's very passionate. But yeah, you brought up something.
Yes, he's very passionate, bro.
The airman's dad claimed that the airman's, because you brought up the soldiers out, and people should go read it. The airman's dad claimed Hegseth lied in the war brag about his son. The father of the slain service member denied Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's account of their private conversation. He says, "I can't speak for other families. When he spoke to me, that was not something we talked about." And, it was the comment where Pete Hegseth said to honor their sacrifice and to finish the job. Then the man's father said that's not true. So, again, another example of just how disgusting and evil and wicked Donald Trump and his lackeys truly are. It's truly a disgrace.
It's really disgusting.
Yeah, but we should say their names.
Talking to someone about that.
Yeah,
no, we should. We should say their names. And the thing is like, yes, what happened in Afghanistan was terrible. We all agree, but that was an ISIS group, right?
Yeah.
ISIS-K.
And Donald Trump,
terrorist group, right?
Donald Trump started the Afghanistan withdrawal. Biden just oversaw it. So I can't put 100% on Biden, but I could put 100% on Donald Trump because this is a war he didn't need to start.
Well, and the thing is, he got us out of a 20-year war. Mm-hmm. And what is Trump doing? Getting us into another
100-year war. It's going to be 100.
Which 13 would you pick? I mean, I wouldn't pick any of them. Don't get me wrong, but still.
Yeah, tell them.
Like, at least we were trying to end a war.
Yeah.
And the terrorists knew where they were, and sadly, that's what happened. But this is catastrophic, and we're going to lose more and more.
Unbelievable.
More and more, because the NATO nations are like, you didn't come to us, you didn't ask us, you didn't prepare us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And even getting asked by the Japanese people. Did you see that whole thing with the Japanese prime minister?
When Donald Trump said that disgusting and sick remark
about them surprise attacking us. It's like, do you not remember how we responded to that years later?
Yeah.
And her face that whole time was like, what? You're talking about something when we had an emperor. You're talking about when our country was a completely different country 85 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
And now you're sitting here going, you're not preparing any of your allies, but yet now that you were even going to do this, and now you expect us to come bail you out?
Absolutely not. We're
You
not
want to
gonna do
bring
it.
up history 85 years ago? Are you kidding me with this?
Disgusting. No class.
It's disgusting and ridiculous. This is why everyone needs to know history so you're not a walking idiot.
Tell them. Tell them,
Like the
Shay.
President of the United States says. It's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. Tell you
Anyway, my friend, I will let you go. Thank you
right.
for having me.
W,
and
Shay.
love you all in the chat. Go do something for yourself today, everybody. Do something for yourself today.
Tell them, Shay. Tell them,
Keep
Shay.
your head up. We'll get through this.
No
Love you all.
lies. No lies detected. Oh yeah. See that, ladies and gentlemen? Look, I mean, you know what? We got to do it. We got to do it. Shay, you brought up a very good point. And the point is, this is Donald Trump totally embarrassing and just showing how much class he doesn't have, ladies and gentlemen. You can see him right here meeting with the prime minister. Listen to what he says to her when asked about, why didn't you warn the American people? Why didn't you warn the American people you were about to go in and screw over the whole country, the whole world? Why didn't you give your allies a heads up? And just listen to this demon give this ridiculous
Nobody
answer.
to shoot at him. You know, their missile count is down. Maybe you can.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to him right here. I mean, we'll do this real quick.
They've never seen before.
So we have, in literally 2 weeks, we've demolished their Navy. Doing quite well. Okay, how about one more question for the Prime Minister? Let me pick a beautiful person from Japan. A question for the Prime Minister. Go ahead. Yeah, sure. Oh, he doesn't believe he's beautiful. Oh. He's sounding shy. Go ahead, please.
Of course, no, Japan and US are very good friends, but one question, why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? You know, he's asking me. Now you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us, and we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much more than we anticipated.
Sorry. So sorry. So sorry, I was muted. Sorry, but you know what I did. You know what I did. I love you all right? You know what I did. I sent them straight to hell. It is what it is. W Zeus. All right. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. What a show. All right. Moving it along. Oh, my goodness. I sent them straight to hell in case you didn't notice. All right. You know what I said. Blah, blah, blah. Straight to hell. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, my friend. I just have to tell you, I have been sitting here every time you say DJ, putting in the truth blogger and having another question spit out.
Right? Because you know that's what he does. He has an app. There's an app for it. You know that?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I can just picture him like the wild scientist sitting in the background with all his fingers typing frantically.
With the lab coat on, the MAGA lab coat, right? I'm in the lab with this little microscope on his head thing and making it look like this really elaborate operation back there, all right? And that's what he does. He just takes the information you give him. All right, Zeus has me on the ropes. Jim has me on the ropes. Val has me, and he just puts it in. Please give me something out. And I knew it. I knew it. You know, that's how he is.
With his Back to the Future wild hair sticking up, and he's sweating beads of sweat across the forehead.
Yeah.
With the song in the background playing, "Cry."
Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh. I swear, every time you said it, at one point I was drinking coffee, getting ready for a medical appointment, and I damn near spit my whole cup of coffee out. I was like, every time I hear it, I can picture him. I got to come up with another question.
Yeah.
But what if? What if?
Yeah. That's how he works. Because there's nothing inside of him. You know, when you're a person of principle, you have morals and integrity, you don't got to do all of that. You just got to sit there and go, okay, yeah, I got enough information to kind of see where this is headed and make the right decision. But these people like him, no, they will go above and beyond to remain ignorant. It's incredible.
Yeah. And you know, the more we talk about Epstein, because the thing is we can't let it out of our sights. We have to keep the Epstein files in our sights because we know that this was the precipitation. We know that this is what has perpetuated him jumping off the cliff, right? That's literally what it is. He swan dived right into a pit of hell because he knows that he's going to be found guilty. They all are. And they're just trying to grift more and more and more money. That's the 200 million or whatever he's going to ask Congress now. So if it's going to be over in the blink of an eye, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of, that's what he keeps saying, right? That's the repetition that he plays for the cult. My question for all of you out in the comments, and first of all, good morning and happy Friday to the wonderful kingdom. I just want to tell you, you have the best audience. I love how they interact with you, how they tap, how they share, how they support. It's incredible. So give all of you a round of applause in the audience as well.
Try to do it. It is amazing. You all do a great job. There you go.
And make sure that you guys are doing the little popular arrows in the comment section, because when you do the popular arrows for engagement that are in the gift box, it's in the exclusive section. When you send those to Zeus, it's like a reward card, and it shows TikTok that it's engaging with you, and they get points back that equal coins. So use those little arrows. Yeah, there you go. That's what they look like.
See, I learned something. I learned something. See,
I learned that from Dr. Sharon.
Okay, wow.
So I just want to talk about this because the more and more you hear these people deflect about the Epstein files, the more you realize that they say things that tell them exactly who they are. And they say things like, well, there are far worse things in the world than this old case, this old file. Well, those survivors are still living. Those survivors are still seeking justice. So until they get justice, that's something they're never going to be able to move on from, because the men that are sitting in positions of power are the ones that are continuing to boom other people. Amen. So when does that crime become worse? When they're unaliving people in international waters, when U.S. service members are unaliving? Because for every one of you who said to us 13, 13, 13, guess what? We've already surpassed 13 in 19 days of a war that they want to claim isn't a war. So it's really, really important for them to understand that they are responsible for what is happening in the country.
Amen.
They are responsible for what's happening in the international waters.
Amen.
They are what's responsible for what's happening in the market. They are what's happening for people who cannot seek food right now. They are responsible for every single one of you who are going to be having to pay higher money for food, higher money for gas, higher money for everything. So I just want to remind everybody that when you have people who have to attack other people consistently, insult other people consistently, follow this goofiness that we're watching in the world as they literally beg and steal and funnel money. That's what they're doing, is funneling money from the American taxpayers away from us, right? So for all of you who have to do that, I ask you, how's your life going now? Because I'm really wondering how you think you're in a different rowboat than the rest of us. And I don't know how you're dodging the boom booms, because the boom booms are coming your way too when you go to the gas station.
Yeah.
Because I know in California, I went to Costco the other day. I wasn't even on empty. I was like maybe a quarter tank, maybe
And Costco's
quarter tank.
cheaper.
Yeah, it was $71.80. $71.80 put gas in my car at Costco.
Wow.
It was $5.09. Now, when I go back today, it'll probably be about $5.20, $5.29.
Wow.
So
I'm sorry you're
I don't know,
dealing with
y'all.
that.
You have to
Wow.
ask yourself.
Wow, because
But
Costco
the
keeps the cost low.
They
You know,
do.
and
Costco-
for them to
Costco's
do
one of the
that, it's
best companies.
crazy. It's for them to do that, it's crazy.
So the other thing is, somebody in your comment section had asked you what were your thoughts about the Cesar Chavez thing, and my answer is men. That's my answer.
Yeah.
So this idea that somehow somebody who's been unalive since 1993, that is 33 years ago, he passed away, and they want you focused on that case instead of focusing on the living, breathing perpetrators that have not been caught yet. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you read what Miss Huerta said, who is 96 years old, if you read what Miss Huerta said, she said, I was going to stay silent because I didn't want to harm the farm workers. I didn't want to harm the union that was protecting the farm workers for what he did. But by keeping silent, I realized that other girls were harmed because I stayed silent, and I will no longer stay silent. So what did they do already? California has already responded by saying, we will rename everything to the union farm workers and take his name off of it. And that's how you get shit done.
Hey.
That's
You're
how
not-
you do it.
Yeah. Tell him, Jim. See, knowledge is it's a form of liberation. You know, so when you learn more, you can actually be freer, and that's a great thing. Then, yeah, I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
I've heard about it, and I know that they changed it to Farm Workers Day. They're trying to get it changed to Farm Workers Day, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad that people are speaking up and speaking out against things like this, because we got to do better as a country. I get it.
Yeah, and when you see something, you should say something. And when you hear from people that are saying they were harmed, you need to listen and let the investigation take hold. And that's all the country is asking for with the Epstein files, is that a full, transparent investigation happens, and that the perpetrators that helped assist in harming these young girls,
Right.
because I want to keep saying that, they were girls, and now they are women who are still seeking justice. And they are looking into the farm that he had, the ranch that he had in New Mexico. They are going to find it. It may take a little longer because of this distraction that they're trying to cause, the harm they're trying to cause in the global community, but it's going to come out. And so to my thing is, as far as I'm concerned, anytime there's any type of, I'll bring it up again with California. John Sutter out of Sutter's, California, right?
Yeah.
So John Sutter, if you go do the history, there are many things. Sutter's Fort, Sutter's Gold, all of the things that were named after John Sutter. If you go look at what John Sutter and his team did to the Native Americans, his name shouldn't be on anything in this country, in this state, in this city. It should be on nothing.
Good.
If you go read the history about it. And that's what we as Americans have to be talking about. Yeah, Sutter Memorial, Sutter Medical, all of that's named after that man who literally harmed, pillaged, raped, savaged, everything. That's what they called it, because those are the savages. The savages are the people
I thought they
who
were
harmed the
immigrants.
native community.
There wasn't the immigrants. It wasn't the people from Venezuela.
It was, John Sutter. Go read about John Sutter.
He's
For
not-
everybody,
is he
if you
from
want a
Venezuela?
good reading material. Nope, he's
Oh.
a white dude. Nope, white dude.
Oh my gosh.
So anytime somebody says to you, well, what about this guy or what about this story? Just remember that 90% of all violent crimes perpetrated on women or on other men in this country are done by men. 90% of all violent crimes. So the conversations you need to be having are with the men in your lives who are supporting the toxic masculinity, who are supporting the people that are harming women and children, who are supporting abuse in the Boy Scouts of America, who are hiding the abuse in churches. Who are the perpetrators in those cases? It's not the mothers, it's not the women, but I will say this. It is the women that are staying silent about their husbands and their uncles and their cousins and their sons that are perpetrating, that are just as guilty. And you might as well tattoo Ghislaine Maxwell's name across your forehead too, because you are also a perpetrator when you do not protect the women and children in your family.
Wow. Wow. W. Jim. W. Jim. You better speak up and speak out and stand up for something, or you'll fall for anything. And Jim, you're telling the truth.
You know, on the converse, I've missed you this week. I've
It's been a busy week. It's been it still is a busy week. You know, I'm pulling the rabbit out of the hat today, but yeah, it's been a busy week.
On the story where he was talking to the Japanese prime minister and they're sitting there and her face told it all, right?
Yeah.
When they were literally sitting there and he said that Japan didn't tell him, did you guys realize that he'd been the president of the United States during that? Did you know he was the head of
Wow.
Did you know he was involved in that?
Really?
Because he said they didn't tell me.
Yeah.
He said they didn't tell me.
I didn't know Donald Trump was the president. Wow, he has a time machine. Wow, this guy is incredible. Maybe we are in a different reality.
I just want to know, like, what does MAGA hear, Zeus? What do they hear that we don't? Because what I hear is a babbling idiot. What I hear is somebody who talks in circles and repeats himself 1,000 times. What I hear is hate and propaganda. And then when he talks to reporters and you could literally pull out a book and go, he's about to tell the reporter that she's a horrible reporter. He's about to tell the reporter that who they work for is a horrible network with no ratings. He's about to tell the reporter that they suck and they should no longer be able to come in here. Who do you work for? Who do you work for?
We could literally call it out before he even does it. It's that easy. Yeah. And they think he's a genius. They think he invented water. You know that? They think a lot of Trump supporters believe Donald Trump invented water. That's, because he sold it. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've spoken to these demons. And you go, oh my God, you guys, they don't care. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We're getting caught now with the appeal again. Oh, MAGA, you're reporting the show because Jim is cooking you. Oh,
and he sucked at the water. Look at Dr. Keisha showing off. I love you, Dr. Keisha. Let's not forget that he sucked at the water because Sylvester Stallone was on a show one day, and you can Google this, it's still on YouTube, and they handed him a bottle of water and he tasted it and he said, oh my God, that's horrible. And then when they told him that it was Trump's water, he had to backtrack.
Yeah.
He had to backtrack.
Yeah, because we know what Trump does to the water. Sick. He doesn't filter it. He just literally goes and gets it out of the water hose and sells it. And the Trump supporters, they lap it up. They, this is the best water I've ever had in my life. You didn't know it was all kinds of bacteria in there that'll hurt you. These people, I tell you, I've never heard anything.
There's one more
Toilet
YouTube
water.
thing. Yeah, I was going to say that and I didn't want to gross people out. There's one more thing that I want people to Google too. If you guys have not seen the YouTube video with Wolf Blitzer interviewing Donald Trump back in 2008, I highly encourage you go back and you watch that video. Because in that video, he literally says that Nancy Pelosi should have impeached George W. Bush for lying about weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
So I want to ask MAGA, like, if that's the case and Trump told you that back then, why aren't you holding the Trump administration, Pete Hegseth, and all who are unaliving people who are lying to you about weapons of mass destruction? Because it's the same thing.
Yes.
The nukes are weapons of mass destruction that they're talking about. If they lied to you about that and they're putting our U.S. service members in harm's way, where they're coming home being harmed, and the families are telling you, we did not say that to Pete Hegseth. We did not say that to Donald Trump.
Correct.
We did not say finish the job.
Correct.
Why are you not holding this administration even more accountable for harming U.S. service members? We were not in conflict, and we are no longer the defenders of peace. We are no longer the defenders of the world. We are the offenders. We are the aggressors. We are the ones causing the loss of life that happened, because none of that would have occurred unless he did what he did.
Bingo. 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 Thank you. Get him, Jim. W. Jim.
Have a wonderful Friday.
All right. W. Jim in
I'm
the
out
chat.
and about today. I've got my little spring dress on.
Oh.
I gotta go to my doctor's appointments today.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And
Okay,
I'm
well-
gonna go have lunch with a friend. So I want to wish everybody a glorious Friday. Take care of you.
All
Make
right.
sure you're spending time with your friends, your family. Fall in love. I don't care with who. It could be with gardening. It could be with art. It could be with music. And make sure you're supporting your scientists on this app.
Thank
the ones
you.
who need the support, like Dr. Keisha and the Medical
W's in the
Collective and
chat for
Dr. Sharon.
Keisha. Yes. Dr. Sharon. Yes.
Love you all. Have
Love
a great
you all.
weekend.
All right. Well, listen, we
Bye.
made it. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Jim wrapping it up for us in a very strong, very strong and passionate way. Well, listen, Big Zeus has reached the pinnacle in the show where I do have to, sadly, I have to depart. I know I have to depart. No, don't boo me. I gave you the whole show today. Come on, don't boo Big Zeus. I gotta go. Don't boo me. I gotta go. You know what I do. I shake and bake. But on a serious note, I want to give every single one of you who tuned in and hung out with me this whole week a huge round of applause. Thank you. I mean, you're working with my schedule. You're allowing me to be flexible. I truly do appreciate you tuning in and coming and listening to one of the most amazing shows on TikTok. We're very entertaining. We're very educational and very engaging because you keep the likes going through the roof over here. All right. But on a serious note, before we wrap this week up, we got to give one last round of booze and shame. And this goes out to all of you Trump supporters. Look at what you've done to this country of ours. You got high gas prices. You're standing in line at the airports. Grocery prices are on the verge of getting to a level we've never seen. Ladies and gentlemen, because of Donald Trump and his supporters, we are heading towards what? A 1929 style depression. One like we've never seen before. All right, because this one, there won't be any eggs, right? But they'll be happy with their dear leader. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending them one last time straight to hell! 1930 style. Yeah, they voted for it.
Silence.
This is what you voted for.
Damon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Stay safe out there in these TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. We're out of here.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up. Get injected with some power. Pull some strings.
We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the
Aviator.
top. Rizzler energy.
W. Marissa.
Drip too saucy, got the fit,
hitting real different. 1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant. No skibbity. I'm the GoPro sharper than a blade. More attacks, make you crown, pay for all the shade. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Yeeted the doubt, now my legs hit before.
From the Bay to DC, I keep them on their toes.
Level up with the blueprint. W. Cindy. W. Sticky Fingers. Wow. W. Tara. Aubrey Plum. Man, I'm dripping. Got the power. Vision. Crystal clear. Different vision. Yeah. Making history right here. Ops talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. W. Audit today. Let's go. Got my foot on the gas. Bulletproof. Yeah, my aura is built to last. Slap with the plan. Moving chest, not checkers.
Presidential flex, got my game on the
Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get back out there and start doing shows again. You'll be impressed.
We ain't gon' never stop.
No cap, we lit. Yeah, flow on 1,000, 100, 1,605. Presidential, we found it. Let's go.
In the capital.
Moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential. Got the nation in a lock.
Got the Amex, yeah.
100, no facade. Wrist celestial. Shining brighter than a star. Come on, where you come up with stuff like that? Slap with the moves, turn your dreams into chandeliers. I stay lurking, folding under all the pressure. 1600, I'm the one flexing. Let's go. Trap sold in the White House, DC is the town. Walk up in the mansion, from the east to the presidential, residential, got the foes in the climb. No cap, I'm the vibe, turn the calm, it's the storm. Got the world dropping bombs like I'm reading out of Psalms. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Skibidi through the storm, legacy unshakable. It really is. Oh my gosh, you should have seen it. All right. Make the whole world flip. Bust it off the charts. Got the game in a trance. Drip too wavy, yeah. Make you want to dance. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Rizzler. The song is called Rizzler Energy because I am the Rizzler. 100, 1600 vibes, presidential. We found it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your morning. I am out of here. Wow, what a show. What a show.